What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video. Today, we are doing round 4 of 5 of this mock draft. So, I've been really pleased with the amount of support that I've gotten from you guys on these videos. It's really nice to be able to just talk with you guys and everything. So, I just wanted to let you guys know at the beginning, I really do appreciate everything. I love the support, and if you guys are new, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I don't know why the hell you guys are brand new on round 4, but hell, go back and watch round 1, 2, 3, and then come back here, because I appreciate all of you guys. I really do love all you guys to death, because you guys give me something to do that is honestly really fun, and it's turned from a weird hobby into a job, like a side hustle job, but hopefully we continue this streak. When April comes around, you bet your ass that probably more people will be coming to the channel, growing this family, but most of all, I'll never forget all of you guys who do drop comments down below. Trust me, I know all of you guys. Maybe I can't spat off your name, but as soon as I see it, I know exactly who you are. So, I love this family. I love you guys. Let's rock with the play. Let's rock with the play. I always have to ruin it at the end. Let's rock with the picks. So, starting off at 1-0-2, we have the Jaguars. Jaguars, I've been doing this for quite a while now. Your picks have been kind of consistent over the time, and that's okay, right? I mean, it's consistently good picks. This pick is going to be another easy one for me. We have some very young, very energetic dudes with some very high ceilings, but also they need some time to develop. You have some raw prospects there, right? Caleb Von Chase, son, I'm kind of looking at you. I think that you could get a solid high floor edge. That, I mean, he's been doing a really good job providing, I think, about 18% pressure rate, which is really fucking good, throughout his entire career, damn near. He's been playing with the likes of Yetur Gross-Matos, now as well Jason Away. He is a leader of the team, extremely underrated. I am looking at you, Shaka Toney. We're 100% going to be going him to this squad. It's just some extra weapons for you guys to be going with, and I don't think you could be too pissy at all to be able to have a real leader on your squad as well. He's a very good guy. Next, Jets. Let's look at what we can do for you guys. Linebacker, yes, Avery Williamson is gone. That is unfortunate, but you guys have a lot of linebackers. They're all coming up on contract year, but of course, your best one who opted out this year, CJ Mosley, is still there. So we have some big pluses there. Let's just check out this cornerback core, because I do know that we do need to get one outside corner. Rodarius Williams has been playing his mind out. Greg Newsome has been doing a really good job as well. We could look at Robert Rochelle. Did we already pause? Do not tell me. They're doing Roger McCreary wrong, man. They're spitting on him. They're spinning on him. That's disgusting. Roger McCreary as well. I think this is just kind of disgusting for me to see. Tyreek Johnson's getting a little bit of disrespect as well. Well, TJ Carter, who hasn't been playing well, is getting some respect. That being said, Rodarius Williams could definitely be the pick. We want to look at him. He's 6 foot 180. Maybe he's not going to be. He's an old ass dude. You know what? Screw this guy. We don't need a freaking ancient ass dude on a team that is young, youthful, and is able to have time to develop. With that being said, we can be trading down to a team that might need a slot wide receiver. There's also guys like Kenny Gainwell here, and I'm going to check out on my boys the Cardinals here, because I want to see what the hell they've been up to. They did get Michael Carter, so they don't need a guy like Kenny Gainwell, but it is an idea. There is a team that could be using a running back, and it's a team that took a cornerback in the last round. That is the Steelers. However, the Steelers need to trade a lot of fucking shit to be able to get up this far. We're not going to be doing that. Let's look at the teams that are close by. Do any of them need some type of weapon? To be honest, Lions, did we get you a slot weapon? Honestly, that might be the perfect pick. We got you guys some extra line help because y'all need it. I'm pretty sure that we got you a D-tackle here, right? Davion Nixon as well. And then we got you, of course, your true boundary number 1/number 2 guy, Devontae Smith. This is a perfect spot for a trade-up because there's a guy like Daz Newsome here who is just, I think he was disgustingly underrated. I'm very glad that TDN kind of got off their high horse about putting him down like the 200s. Daz Newsome, he's a pure slot guy. That's 100% true. So if you want to be pulling that card, be like, dude, he's literally just a slot. Totally understandable. But we're going to see if we could flop for maybe a 6th rounder. We're going to toss in a next year 7 as well, just to try to be able to move up in the next year's draft. Just get something as well. The Jets accepted the offer, which is great, allowing us to select Daz Newsome out of UNC. Honestly, I'm going to have to check him out a bit more. I would actually like to do a scouting report on Daz Newsome personally. So PTSD. You guys who are watching, Mason, let's try to get that to happen. But Daz Newsome, I mean, he could be better than Elijah Moore. And Elijah Moore was a guy who I was a huge fan of, right? I started watching him, and this dude does have some drop problems. So keep your eyes out for that. It was something that's actually quite interesting, quite scary to me. Also, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick tip right now. For a team like the Patriots, it's awesome to be able to get Rondale Moore here, but I'm just going to tell you right now, that might not happen anymore just because of the fact that freaking Rondale Moore has bricks for hands. Just giving you guys a quick heads up. Don't mean to be a dick or anything, but it is the way it is. Desmond Ridder, again, we're not going to be taking him because I'm like 98% sure he's not going to be there in the real draft. I'm pretty sure he's going to be back at school just because he's shown that he's able to bring his team to new levels and he's not losing anybody. So I think he could improve his draft stock tremendously. That's why we're not taking him. But Texans, where do we go with you guys? We can get some extra edge help here. Rodarius Williams would be a guy to add if you want to add some extra old dude-ness to that squad, which I don't know why the hell you would want to. I think that's why Rodarius will be falling a bit. I mean, if you're not even able to be drafted in the top 3 rounds when you're 25 with your talent, why the hell should you be like drafted in the first place? Like you're just too old, bro. But Rashad Weaver is here. I mean, if you want to maximize the value out of, I mean, let's look at Jordan Smith. How old is this dude? He's a redshirt junior. So, I mean, Rashad Weaver is kind of old, but I mean, it's up to you guys what edge we want to take. I know corner could definitely be something we take here, or even another damn offensive lineman. You know me, I love getting some offensive linemen for y'all. We could be going for Dalen Hayes here. We could be going for Ronnie Perkins, who actually showed up pretty well. Ellerson Smith, 6'7", guy with extremely high floor. Ali Gay, I'm happy he's falling. Tyreek Smith could sneak up into this pot, right? I just said spot. It's so annoying. But looking at the guys who are available, again, guys, Aiden Hutchinson decided to go back to school. That's why we're not drafting him. I mean, Jordan Smith, he's a year younger than Rashad Weaver. Rashad Weaver's really good. Honestly, I think that the Texans might want to go that route. Let's look at Ronnie Perkins' age. I mean, this dude is he's going to be like 21. He will be coming up on 22 in the middle of the season. He's pretty young. I mean, if we're going to look at Ellerson Smith as well, you know, Ronnie Perkins might not be a bad choice if we want to trade down. But Jordan Smith has been going off. I see Jordan Smith all the time. He makes big plays. We're going to be going with him. He kind of seems like a Texan as well. I think that's a good option there. Now, Rams, is Pete Werner on the board? Oh my god, he's not. Did we take Pete Werner before? Oh, we did. The Chargers. That's a great pick. I like that a lot. Monty Rice would be an interesting reach here. I don't think it's a reach per se, but definitely somebody to look at. If we want a run stopper, we're going to need Jack Sanborn here. But let's look at the guys in the division. We have the Seahawks, who they like to run the ball, but you have the Cardinals, they're a little bit sketchy. I think that you need more of a rangy linebacker more than a great run stuffer to be able to deal with spread schemes like that. And then if we're looking at the Niners, I mean, God only knows the hell their scheme's going to be. It just depends on what they go for. I think this might be a good spot to look at some linemen as well, like Ben Cleveland out of Georgia or Drake Jackson. Drake Jackson is obviously a center. I'm not 100% sure if Ben Cleveland is, but also Cade Mays is here. That's a good option. I have Cade Mays pretty high. I want to see, where's the kid from Oklahoma? Because I want to see if he was already dropped by TDN. Marquise Hayes, yeah, he's probably not going to be drafted because he just got kind of a knee injury. I don't like that at all. But offensive line's a big need. Georgia lineman is always in need. You know, like being able to get. I mean, yeah, he's a little bit older, but honestly, he's going to be 23 during the season. That's going to be perfectly fine. You know, you're going to be able to get some young extra talent in there. And then plus, if our guys like to go back, I mean, if the line likes to go back to last season's offensive line, you at least have somebody to come in and be able to play at a semi-high level. He's a guy who's high floor because you already know how Georgia likes to run the ball. You know, Rams like to draft guys out of Georgia, Todd Gurley, and I mean, there's a big reason for that. It's because their offensive line's a pretty damn good squad as well. Now, Browns, I mean, there's not really much you need. I mean, we could be looking at safety here. That would probably be possibly the best route we go. But again, it's like, what do you guys need? I don't think that the Browns really need anything except maybe some wide receiver depth. Did we get a wide receiver yet? We haven't. So let's look at the guys who are available. And looking at a guy like Anthony Schwartz, who could be a fun weapon. Looking at a guy like Sage Surratt, who could be like your big target. I know Donovan Peoples-Jones is there, but if I'm not mistaken, after this year, depending on your cap situation, I believe you guys do have some cap, so you guys can re-sign some dudes. But you have Odell Beckham Jr., which I heard he might be playing his last snap in Cleveland already. He might have already played it. Jarvis Landry, and then DPJ. Yes, DPJ. So there is possibly a need for that. I think they will re-sign Higgins, possibly franchise tag him because he's shown some high-level play. We could be like going down the board for Shi Smith. It's either down to Anthony Schwartz, which, I mean, he's a track star, so if you want a real deep threat, that'd be quite fun as well, or Shi Smith. Shi Smith is a really fun, he's a monster, but I think that he would work really well in the slot, and that's kind of Jarvis's role. If you get a guy like Sage Surratt, he's going to be a true boundary guy who's going to be able to go up and get it. I don't think Baker really has that super huge target that is an amazing jump ball specialist like an Odell Beckham Jr. was supposed to be. Sage Surratt is, like, he's just too good to pass up at this point. I don't know why he's so disgustingly rated. I mean, the Surratt brothers are a little bit underrated, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, what? He's going to be 20. He's what? Going to be 23 at the draft? That's okay. I mean, you get a young-ish dude. Like, he's coming out, and he's going to be perfectly fine. You're going to have him for, what, 5 years, if you guys want to? Sage Surratt's going to be just that dude who adds some extra depth to that core. Like, kind of get that Auden Tate out of Sage Surratt. If I want to give an instant comp, I'd probably go Auden Tate. Just kind of more of this. I mean, I know obviously he's like, what, 5 inches shorter than Auden Tate, but he has that same, all right, 3 inches shorter. He has that same mentality of just that big, aggressive, maybe not the most athletic, but a very mean dude. And that's awesome. It's great energy to bring to the field. Bengals, where do we go with you guys? You guys do need some edge presence. It depends on what you guys want to be doing. I think you guys want a younger guy. So if we're going to be looking at a guy like Ronnie Perkins, who is going to be what? He's going to be 20 at the draft because he's going to turn 20, or no, he's going to be 21 at the draft, turning 22 later that year. I mean, that's something we could 100% go for. We could be looking for a trade back spot right now as well because there are guys like Hunter Long on the board for a team that might need a tight end. The Jets might want to move up maybe one spot. You might even want to go up one spot or up a couple spots with the Panthers, for Christ's sakes. Because, I mean, the Panthers could always use somebody at tight end, and plus it's the 4th round, for Christ's sakes. Charlie Kolar, I'm getting called out on that one. Charlie Kolar is definitely another option that's on the board. Again, we got Kenny Gainwell here. We're not going to be trading back with the Steelers or with the Bengals. Made that mistake too many times where I just tried to start doing a trade, and then it's like, shit. But honestly, if Mohamed Ibrahim was part of this, I would 100% be going for him right here. With that being said, there are teams that probably want a tight end. One of such being the Panthers. All right, I know you guys don't like it when I draft tight ends for you guys, but I mean, dude, you do kind of need one, and you guys have some studs on the board. Hunter Long, whether you want to go for him, that is so surprising how that is not likely to be accepted. But we're going to be trading up that 6th round pick. I mean, guys, we have so many damn 6th round picks. That is like, might as well. They're probably going to deny it. Oh, they did. They accepted it. Wow. Hunter Long's on the board, or Charlie Kolar. Let's look at the age difference, because I know Hunter Long has been a pretty big beast for his time in college, and I need to do some more study on him. Charlie Kolar is so good too. But Charlie Kolar has been pretty pedestrian compared to the rest of his guys. Like, his name's like Chase Bryce or something like that. But he has some other tight ends there that are playing as well as he is, versus Hunter Long, who, apart from Kyle Pitts, he has the highest yards per route run by a tight end in the past, like, 10 years or something. It's something that, however long PFF's been studying dudes, might be from 2015. But still, in those, 6 years, 5-6 years, he is one of the best, if not the best. We're definitely going to be getting him here because I'm going to look. We'll just take a quick check on the tackles here. I don't think any of these guys are worth trading up for. Hunter Long is. Hunter Long is going to be a good weapon here. Takes him in front of the Jets, hence why I traded up. Because the Jets, they do need also a tight end here. So let's look at the linebackers, because this is a division where we're going to have, they have ETN, so they don't need to worry about ETN, but we're going to have basically a very run-heavy Buffalo, right? So you guys, I think, are already knowing where I'm leaning towards here. You have a run-heavy Buffalo. You have a Patriots team that do not have a quarterback because the Bears stole a dude in the 3rd round from them. So, like, they obviously are going to be probably relying on Damian Harris quite a bit, along with Sony Michel if they do pick up his 5th-year contract. I'm not 100% sure on that, guys. Then we could check out, what's the other team? Miami. And with Tua, you kind of need to run the ball quite a bit. You need a run-stuffing linebacker in Jack Sanborn. There you go. You guys heard me talk about him earlier. that's going to be the right spot for him. Going with CJ Mosley, that's going to be a really good pairing. I like that a lot. Now, of course, the Giants, you need a pass covering linebacker here, right? Like, we can look at Merlin Robertson here, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, he might not be a bad choice here. We got you some true weapons, and he might be a fun dude to add alongside Blake Martinez. That would be pretty damn good. Baron Browning's another fun guy. I don't see him in a Giants uni, though, if we're going to be honest. I know that the Giants like to draft dudes from Georgia because obviously they had they have what's his name? Not Michael Carter. I'm bugging on his first name, but they drafted Carter out of Georgia as well to be an edge prospect, who I like that pick personally. But we're going to be going Merlin Robertson here. I mean, it's 109 at 109. I think that's just too good to pass up, especially with the Jets also getting it. Getting a linebacker is just like, well, I mean, if you want your last like 3-down linebacker in the draft, you're probably going to go Merlin Robertson. Definitely somebody with a lot of versatility. Leaving the Bengals to be here, looking at different edge prospects and being like, we could probably look at some other dudes. If you guys want, you could get a guy like Justyn Ross to sit down for a while. I'm not 100% a fan of that. Let's look at the other guys who are available. We could just get Rashad Weaver as a high-end edge prospect to have right now. Honestly, that's probably the way I'm going to go. Have somebody who is a little bit older, more polished, to be able to come in, and then maybe in the later rounds get a guy who's more experimental, or else in the next years, maybe free agency, get someone who's more experimental. I honestly think that's the best choice. With Rashad Weaver on the board, it's kind of a steal at this point. Might as well rock it. That also steals him from the Broncos, who, I mean, you don't need him, but who wouldn't take a high-end prospect like that to be able to hold off for a little while? Now, Broncos, where do we go with you guys? We need to get you guys some interior presence on that defensive line, not offensive line. We need to get you guys some interior presence here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why TDN disgustingly rates Chris Tonga like this, but this dude deserves to be this pick. So, I mean, given the fact that there are other dudes on the board, I am possibly looking at a trade back as well. Looking at teams that could use a tight end. Even the Texans could use a tight end. Let's make sure the Texans didn't take one. They took Jordan Smith there. They took... what else? You took Deontay Brown there. I don't think they have a second-round pick either because they gave that to the Dolphins. Honestly, I mean, I'm pretty damn sure that Chris Tonga is going to be there. So we are going to be trading up. I'm making sure that it's not going to be one of these stupid things where I'm like, oh shit, they're in the same division. We're going to be trading up with the Texans. Hopefully going to be able to... I mean, dude, we had to trade a 6th to trade up a couple spots. I'm sorry. Like, Texans fans, you guys can go off, but we traded a 6 to get up like 5 spots. You guys are going to be trading a 6 as well. Maybe it's just because the Broncos take usually like cheaper deals. That's probably why it's part of the mathematical model. But right now, we can't let Charlie Kolar pass up here, especially with the scheme where they like to run the tight end. Tight end's a main weapon in that scheme right there. It's a huge aspect of the Texan squad. And honestly, you guys, did they not trade back? I think they might have traded back. No, they got Jordan Smith. But that's okay. Charlie Kolar is going to be a good addition to this offense. You're not giving up too much for him, too. I think that's just a good overall selection right there. Cowboys, where do we go with you guys? We could be looking at a guy like Spencer Brown, who's a little bit older to fill in. I mean, he is 6'9", which is pretty nice. But, I mean, looking at the rest of the prospects on the board, we could have went a tight end there. If Charlie Kolar were there, we could have added that with the tight end room. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But we could add a linebacker here if we want to. But we could also trade back. So this is a spot where it's like the linebacker's a little bit too shitty to draft. And again, guys, Desmond Ridder, Adrian Hutchinson, both probably going back. That's why I'm not 100% a fan of it. We could go Rodarius Williams to have somebody with experience on that roster. That's where I'm actually kind of fine with it because you have a young-ass roster. But, I mean, looking at the guys who are on the board, you are looking at guys like Caden Stearns on the board, Josh Ball. We could be taking a tackle here if we want. I don't like Nick Eubanks as much. Or Darius Washington, Shi Smith. Teams that might need a gadget weapon. And if we're looking at the Patriots, I mean, they got Rondale Moore, so they don't need a gadget weapon. So that writes that off the table. But, I mean, I'm looking at a team. I mean, we could look at the Vikings trying to trade up for a slot wide receiver. That is probably not on the board. I mean, he's probably down the board. I'm just trying to find ideas for like guys that we can go after. I mean, man, there's not really too many ways that we can go. Washington football team might want to trade up though for a guy like Anthony Schwartz because you already got your slot. I mean, Anthony Schwartz probably plays slot most of the time. It says he lines in both inside and outside. So, I mean, I think he has versatility too. I mean, damn. He could be just a fun deep threat for whoever that you have in there as quarterback. Guys, we're going to be trading up again with the Washington football team. Oh, we can't do that because you guys already knew this was going to happen. It's my Achilles heel. I always forget about the fact that they're freaking in division. So annoying. Looking at guys who could use dudes as well. I mean, if we want to get more of like a heavy linebacker type a guy, like James Wiggins would be a fun dude to add. Caden Stearns as well. I mean, honestly, I can't really see. I'm trying to trade back here. I can't find the value. We're going to be going tackle here, but we're going to be going Josh Ball out of Marshall. Is this guy a redshirt senior as well? He's not. He's going to be. He's fine. He'll be 23. Get some extra backup presence there. Marshall's offensive line's been really fucking solid this entire year. Number 6 in the nation grade-wise. And, I mean, it's Marshall. You know, they don't usually have a great line. There's a reason for it. Josh Ball is elevating that squad to a new level. Chargers. Where do we go with you guys? You guys have such a stacked roster. We could be going for a weapon in Anthony Schwartz. If we're going to be looking at it, you have Keenan Allen, who's a great route runner, right? You have your big target that you probably will re-sign / franchise tag in Mike Williams. I know you have Jalen Guyton there. You have these dudes who are kind of more no-names who are playing well. That might just be because Herbert is playing really well. I don't know. I kind of want to get a wide receiver for you guys. If we're going to be honest, I think I might want to get a wide receiver. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Like, realistically, that would be interesting. Now, we could get a Justyn Ross and have him sit and be able to potentially come back after his spine injury. We could have Jalen Darden as a true slot, though. I know that, of course, Keenan Allen can play some slot for us, but, dude, Jalen Darden's fun. He's really fun. How old is he, too? He's just a true senior. I mean, he has a good frame as well. Like, shoot. It's either down to Anthony Schwartz or Jalen Darden. And I think that with a new regime coming in, they're probably going to want a poppy pick. That's a really weird way to say it. They're going to want to pick with some oomph to it, some power behind it. Anthony Schwartz is going to be that dude who has like that track speed. It's going to be a really fun guy to watch, but Anthony Schwartz is going to be the right dude at the spot. Now, of course, the Vikings, they definitely are going to be looking at a tackle here. Myron Cunningham's the only dude I could honestly see being at this spot. Spencer Brown, again, he's going to be freaking 25. That's really rough. That's really rough. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Looking at other places they can definitely go edge here. And Dalen Hayes isn't a bad prospect at all. He is a little bit older, but you are in a win-now mode, so that might honestly be a positive thing for the squad. Let's check out his weight to make sure he's not too skinny. At 266, this is the right way to go. We could trade back all we want, but I think you kind of just have to take it at this point. Now, 49ers, you guys are awkwardly in a win-now / rebuild mode. I think that you should keep Jimmy G for a short time. And Rodarius Williams is old, but he's somebody who can actually go in and provide a high level of high floors to where you guys can at least be semi-competitive. Given the fact that the rest of your roster is pretty young, I think Rodarius Williams is a good guy to get here. He is old, and that's okay. Like, at this spot, it's okay to go for that route, especially when you need corner as bad as the 49ers, right? So we're definitely going to be doing that. Patriots, where do we rock with you guys? We could definitely go for that free safety role right now. And Ardarius Washington did declare for the draft. That's 100% an option. Gillespie, I think he is a strong safety, so we don't really need to go that route either. Caden Stearns could be definitely playing this free safety role in a very high level. So it's down to Washington and Stearns, and I can see Stearns on the Patriots, man. I'm telling you, you guys need a linebacker, and I have a guy in the 5th round for you guys, but shoot, Caden Stearns is going to be a fun dude to have. I think it's going to be a great replacement for McCourty. He can sit at least if McCourty doesn't want to stay, and he can learn, but Caden Stearns is going to be a great selection at that free safety spot. Panthers, we would have went probably Rodarius Williams for you guys, given how you guys kind of need it. But we do need some offensive line help, and Myron Cunningham's here. We could look at Tyler Vrabel if he is. He's young. He's a redshirt sophomore. I don't know if he's actually going to be in the draft, given the fact that he's that young and he's not going to be a high-level pick. Also given the fact that he's losing the rest of his linemen, if he actually performs, he could be drafted probably in the 2nd round the next year. He's young, and this team is young. So let's definitely get Tyler Vrabel, get a young developmental tackle here. No need to trade back at this spot. Speaking of not needing to trade back, guys, we have Chris Tonga here. I think Chris Tonga will be going in the 4th round, just given the fact that you see the difference in how teams approach BYU when Chris Tonga's on the field versus not. Chris Tonga just eats up people. Let's check his weight. I want to see. He's only 322, but man, I'm telling you, he is humongous. He doesn't look 320. He looks like 380. He's an absolute tank. I love Chris Tonga. Let's check his height, actually. He's still 6'4". I'm surprised at how big this dude looks at 6'4". I'm telling you, he looks like he might be 6 foot, 265 pounds, 360 pounds. He's just an absolute animal, and he'll definitely add to that interior defensive front on a division that likes to run, and especially developing running backs. Being able to plug up that middle is going to be definitely key. You guys are trying to be able to stop the run right now, so your secondary that is right now doing a pretty damn good job is going to be able to cover for you guys. Colts, we did not get a wide receiver. I thought we did. That's quite surprising to me. We did not get any wide receivers for you guys. So right now, you guys might be looking for a bigger target. Ooh, De'Ami Brown would be quite fun. But we aren't going to be going for him right now. You already have a smaller-ish gadget weapon. Dude, Jalen Darden would be fun on this squad. Holy shit, he'd be fun on this squad. Man, I mean, if we're going to be honest here, he could be the replacement for T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, I mean, he's been coming back on. He's been coming at full force, but I'm telling you, he's not worth the money they're paying him. And he's also getting semi-older as well, so when his contract comes up, I assume they're not going to be re-signing him. They don't really have a true route runner besides that. They don't have a real bursty dude. I know that Michael Pittman is there, but, I mean, to be honest, they don't have a big-ass dude either. I think they could be going 2 wide receivers in this class. It's either going to be Jalen Darden or an edge player. Honestly, we're going to be going Jalen Darden. I think it's going to be fun. They know that there's teams that will be looking for a slot like the Vikings. I mean, shoot. But could we go Justyn Ross? Justyn Ross might be the right pick here because if they get him, he's a little bit similar to Michael Pittman. But can you imagine him and Michael Pittman on the same field? This team has time. Oh, it's so tough. This pick is so tough, guys. I'm going to be screwing over the Vikings as well as the Niners here and going Jalen Darden, just to be able to get the heir to what's his name, T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be able to learn from T.Y. Hilton. That's going to be probably the best situation for him. Now, Washington, where do we go with you guys? We could be going corner here, given the fact that you guys only have 2 corners on the board. But we could honestly trade down with how few guys are on the board. We have Kenny Gainwell here, too. And, shoot, I mean, teams are going to be wanting to trade up for a guy like Kenneth Gainwell. That's 100% going to happen. So looking at teams that could use a running back, apparently, I haven't done the Bucs video. I don't know their contracts. Apparently, the Bucs could be looking at that. I mean, the Saints, if they don't want to keep Latavius Murray, could have Kenny Gainwell in there. If we're going to be looking at it, I mean, the Steelers probably want to trade up, but can they trade up that much? That's a big question to ask. Can they trade up that much? Let's just check out the trade to see if it's possible to trade up with the Washington football team. They've already traded up a lot before. So let's see what the Steelers... I mean, the Steelers have a plethora of later round picks. So we're going to potentially send in this. Maybe we can get a 7th round back next year. That's not going to happen. That's okay. We're going to be sending in these 2 picks because they're going to be in win now mode. You need a run game. Kenny Gainwell, I've been rocking this for a while. Chuba screams Steelers, yes. But he's just... I don't know, man. He's just... I'm telling you, he dropped off a lot this year. And it's a little scary to me as a Steelers fan, seeing Chuba Hubbard on the squad. I mean, yeah, it's totally true. He just gets injured. I mean, I want to check Kenny Gainwell. I mean, he's young too. I'm telling you, it's interesting. It's really interesting. And I mean, if we want to look at, 5'11", 191, that's kind of like the perfect guy for the Steelers. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this might be the best pick for the Steelers. You can swap either one. Kenny Gainwell is going to be my guy, though. I'm not a fan of Kenny Gainwell, personally. I need to do some more tape study on him myself, but I mean, I'm telling you, Kenny Gainwell is going to be a little bit better than Chuba in this aspect, just because Chuba really dropped off. I mean, he just dropped off, and he should have declared last year. I don't know why he didn't. He just decided to come back, and it's really hurting his draft stock here. It's unfortunate. The Steelers could probably pick them both up, if we're going to be honest. But for right now, Kenny Gainwell is going to be our true 3 down back. Vikings, where do we go with you guys? Now, this is where we could be going after a dude like Spencer Brown, since we are kind of in win now mode with Kirk Cousins. He's 6'9", so it's a nice pick, but it is an interesting pick. Honestly, this is where you take a shot on a tackle. We're going to be able to keep Ezra Cleveland in at guard, and then we're going to be able to bring Spencer Brown in, who's going to be already seasoned. I think a little bit like Garrett Bowles being drafted at 25. I don't think that the Broncos are too pissed off with how Garrett Bowles has been playing since they just gave him a big-ass contract extension. So Spencer Brown's going to be the perfect pick here. All right, let's rock with you guys, Jags. Dude, can we get him a strong safety? That would be so interesting. I want to see how young Gillespie is. Damn. I mean, I'm trying to find some dudes who have at least some youth to the squad. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure we got Javon Holland for this squad. If I'm not mistaken, we did. We got Paris Ford. So we already got the strong safety. We're looking for the free safety, actually. Shoot. So that kind of screws it over. We'd be looking at Ardarius Washington at this spot. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, I don't think I would shy away from that idea. He is rangy. He was the number 2 safety in the country last year. We forget that. Like, he and Morig were the 1 and 2 safeties in the country. That's a big thing. Like, that's graded every single play. Honestly, you guys don't have anything. You don't have much of anything better back there. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We could look at the wide receivers right now and go for a guy like Justyn Ross to sit and behind Trevor Lawrence. Ooh, that's fun. You know what? Fuck it. We're going Justyn Ross. If he turns out to like become the Justyn Ross we thought, he's with Trevor Lawrence. Forgot about that one. That's fun. Justyn Ross is going to be able to sit. I know you guys probably don't like that, but dude, he had spine surgery. There's a chance that he's not going to be able to play in the NFL again, but if he does, he was supposed to be a top 10 pick. Like, dude, you're getting that in the 4th round. Why not? If it's a 4th round pick that you lose, okay, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Browns, we're back. We're back with you guys. If we're going to be honest, we could be looking at, we don't need a quarterback for an heir apparent. If we want to look for a backup, because Case Keenum ain't going to be there, we could definitely look at a guy like Shane Buechele here. Sam Ehlinger got injured. Brock Purdy. I don't think that we really need to. I'm glad that Jamie Newman slipped. Like, I don't like Jamie Newman. Malik Cunningham is somebody that'd be one hell of an interesting backup. But a guy I could see in maybe the 5th or 6th round is Michael Penix, who just tore his ACL. I think that this ranking is pretty fucked up, if we're going to be open and honest with each other. I think maybe we should go for a center here because I don't know how much longer they're going to be keeping JC Treader. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad pick either. It's good backup, and let's get Drake Jackson here. Kentucky likes to run that ball, man. If you have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb back there, that's going to be super nice. Now, of course, Lions, we've been waiting to get you guys a linebacker for a while. Baron Browning would be a fun dude. Monty Rice would be fun as well. We're going to be going Baron Browning here, who has the higher upside. I see him more as a Patriot guy, but of course, we already know that the Lions like that Patriot mentality, and of course, they did fire Matt Patricia, but still, I think Baron Browning would be a good guy to fit in here. It's a 4th round pick. He has some personality issues, but he has a lot of upside. Definitely something that you would just take a shot on. Ravens, you guys do need to get either a tight end to add to your 3 tight end sets, or else you're going to be wanting some type of edge prospect here. You guys like to get Ferguson last year. I believe his name was Ferguson. What's his name? Like Tony? No, it's not Tony Ferguson. That's UFC. But you guys got the guy out of Louisiana. I think so. It doesn't matter. But looking at guys who you might want, probably guys with a lot of burst, Ronnie Perkins wouldn't be a bad guy for this squad. I know he's a lot lighter, but dude, he would be fun. We're going to be doing that for you guys. We're going to get Ronnie Perkins on the Ravens here. It's going to be worth that pick. You guys need to get that edge presence up, especially with the teams like the Steelers and the Browns getting offensive linemen. You need to be able to keep up with these guys. So now we're back with the Bucs. Again, I don't like picking for the Bucs anymore just because they don't really have much you have to pick for. We could be going into your offensive lineman here, but given the fact that they don't really need to, this is a good spot for a trade back. Looking at teams that might want another running back, or, we can look at strong safeties. Is there any team that might need a strong safety? I'm pretty sure we already got one for the Vikings. I know we got them a safety. Let's just check. We got him Tyler Shelvin right there, and then Bubba Bolden. Bubba Bolden can honestly play free safety for them. Guys, we could be going for James Wiggins here out of Cincinnati if we want to be going with that route. If you want to look at his cons here, he has some injury issues, right? That's definitely something that, if his injury issues are the reason why he's falling, that is a little bit scary, but that is something that he could be down to be playing. Honestly, given the fact that what's his name? I'm bugging. Of course, the computer fan goes off. Given the fact that Harrison is getting so much older, I think that you guys probably want some type of succession plan. And yes, of course, the age isn't like the greatest for being able to groom somebody into the right shape. We're gonna see if we can trade that. That should go through, but we're gonna get the next year 7 as well. I think that you guys just want to get some extra safety help back there. Worst case scenario, you rotate 3 safeties. James Wiggins out of Cincinnati. Cincinnati's had the most lethal secondary in the AAC. So you might as well just be able to get some extra safety help back there. Plus, worst case scenario, he can play strong safety and Bubba Bolden, or free safety. Bubba Bolden can swap down to slot corner. Titans, where do we go with you guys? We can get some extra. We can get some extra tight end presence for you guys if you guys want. I think Kenny Gainwell would be a really fun guy in this squad. Honestly, I could see him in the squad too. That'd be a really good option. Be able, even if you guys want to be having him back up, I don't think Ferkser is really the option in the future. Kenny Gainwell, if you want to franchise tag Jonnu to be like, yo, can you do this 2 years in a row or 3 years? I'm not sure how he did the year before. That might be a really good option. I know cornerback might be a good need here, but Kenny Gainwell is a straight stud, and I think that you guys got to take him. I love Kenny Gainwell. As a guy who watches Ole Miss a lot, I love Kenny Gainwell. Just watch him versus Alabama. He does such a good job. Now, Seahawks, you already know exactly where I like to go for you guys. We're going to be going offensive line here. Jack Anderson screams Seahawk to me. Like, literally screams it. I don't know why, but it literally is the Seahawks to me. Jack Anderson. Texas Tech runs a full NFL-style offense for them. Good balance of run, good balance of pass. So I think that the Seahawks can be able to get a dude with a high floor coming in. And, again, he's not going to be that old, man. He's going to be, turning 23 later in the year, later in the season. So you're going to have a pretty young starter for a while, because I believe Justin Pugh's there, and we all know that he's going to die soon. So just add some youth to that line, because I know they live by the run game and by Russell Wilson. You got to protect them. That, of course, leaves the Buccaneers not being able to get him. But, with the way that the Bucs need to run the ball better and pass better, you guys might want to get a backup for Ali Marpet or something. There's not really much you need to do. Tommy Kramer's been playing an elite level. He was all Big Ten team, or all ACC. Yeah, all ACC team, because they're apparently ACC now. Tommy Kramer's going to be worth that pick. I think he's going to go higher than that in the draft. I think that TDN is just really underrating him for no reason. Saints, where do we go with you guys? If Desmond Ridder were in the draft, obviously that would be a great pick for you guys. But we do need to go cornerback for you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are running out of corners, especially given the fact that you guys do have some issues with cap. Greg Newsome has just been playing his lights out at Northwestern. You saw the fact that Northwestern locked down on Ohio State. Even though they lost, they still did a really good job against the most explosive offense, barring maybe 1 or 2 teams in the country. Greg Newsome is going to be able to be somebody who I think could potentially be the best corner in this class. That's a ceiling for me. I think Greg Newsome, with how Northwestern's been playing, they've been scouting some really good dudes and bringing them in. Packers, let's get you guys some extra line help, or else some extra linebacker help here. This is where I can see guys going. You guys are always one of you guys is try to rip me on my take on Gayo Teote. Dude, I watch USC. I'm pretty happy with Gayo Teote's play. I'm not really going to be down for that. Dimitri Moore is not bad. Honestly, Tony Fields as well. Tony Fields, I'm pretty sure the best coverage team in the country is West Virginia. Tony Fields is going to be that type of dude that you're going to need. It's definitely going to be a guy who is probably going to be the right pick for this squad. Just adding some extra depth on that defense to be able to play the pass and the run. And you know what? It's going to be fun. Let's go with it. Let's go Tony Fields here out of West Virginia. West Virginia has something going with their defense. They need to fix up their offense, though. We're back. This is where we might want to get some extra line help. This is where a guy like Myron Cunningham could definitely be somebody to sit and be able to learn. Given the value of tackle at that spot, be able to fill up 2 needs right now just with some dudes who can rotate in eventually. I like that pick a lot. Titans, where do we go with you guys? We could definitely be rocking some extra cornerback or interior offensive line help here. If we want to, we could be going for a guy like Tyreek Johnson. If you guys want somebody who's young to be able to learn from a guy like Malcolm Butler, that would be quite fun. He's a redshirt sophomore. And, dude, he has some dudes around him who are able to give him a lot of help, right? So, right now, his only problem is the fact that he doesn't get enough playing time. And we already saw what the hell Damon Arnett got, loved about. I mean, this could be a fun pick for this squad. Marco Wilson is definitely somebody else who I could see, but he has too much attitude for this squad. They like being led by Ryan Tannehill. I mean, dude, I don't see it. Vrabel, I don't think will handle his personality. I don't think Tannehill will either. This is a good spot to take him. I don't know why he's being disrespected. His ceiling's just a little too good, and in the draft, I could easily see him going higher than this. Just a thought. We're not doing too many trades right now because I think this is disgusting how underrated Kwoni Dang is, and he literally, I don't know why, it is literally screaming in my face, Patriots. Okay, Kwoni Dang, tell me I'm wrong. Patriots fans, tell me I'm wrong by saying Kwoni Dang is a Patriot. Like, he loves Patrick Chung. He loves why did I forget the kid's name out? Oh my god. Kyle Duggar. Like, Kwoni Dang is a dude that the Patriots will reach on. They need to fill that hole really badly. They're going to be taking it. Leaving the Rams to be like, shit, we need to get somebody. Monty Rice is so worth this pick. I don't even need to talk about it. It's a Georgia linebacker he's been playing really well. I don't know why he's being disrespected like that. Kwoni Dang just seemed like a Patriot to me. That's why I just really needed to go with that pick. Why was I about to say the 49ers? Cowboys. Where do we go with you guys? We have a lot of dudes that are on the board. Like a free safety like Ardarius Washington, right? I think a team might be in the mood for that. Let's see how far their pick is away from you to get a true free safety. Let's see where the Niners are at. The Niners are pretty far away. If I'm not mistaken, they're in the next round. They're going to have to trade up back into this round to be able to get a true free safety. But they might be willing to give up some stuff for it. Looking at who the Washington football team, I want to see where the Washington football team have been, who they've been taking. I want to see what safety we gave them. We gave them Richie Grant, who's a playmaker. So we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be trading up for Ardarius Washington here. But, I mean, dude, that'd be a pretty sick pickup for the 49ers. I know some of you guys don't like that. But, dude, I mean, you need to add some extra depth in there. The Cowboys are perfectly fine trading back here because I can't really see something that they really need at this point. The linebackers are all being taken, and you don't want to continue reaching and looking like a complete idiot. Yes, I realize I selected the Cowboys there. Now let's go 49ers. So 49ers are going to be trading up. They're going to be trading, I mean, the 7th round pick. I think you got to trade, you might have to trade a 5th and then ask for a 6th in return. We're going to trade all these picks because I think the Niners are going to be wanting some value back, but I don't think the Cowboys are going to be like, dude, you trade me a 7th and then you're trading up like 20 spots. I don't vibe with it. I think that this 3-for-2 trade so the Cowboys get some more value is going to be the right move. And plus, guys, I mean, you're not going to see round 6 and 7 anyways. So Cowboys are going to be trading back for some good value, allowing, of course, Ardarius Washington to go to the Niners. It's going to be a great pick. Just fill a hole, and plus it's a 4th round pick, for Christ's sakes. What's the worst thing that can happen? Rams, where do we go with you guys? This is another spot for a trade back, if we're going to be honest. We could be going Shi Smith here. Honestly, that'd be quite fun. That'd be really fun. I mean, Robert Woods is great. You have, of course, I don't know why I keep bugging on his name. Of course, we have, like, oh my god, how did I forget his name? Cooper Kupp. But I'm blanking on the other dude's name. Shi Smith is a weapon. Honestly, I think you need to improve the passing game. Jared Goff needs to get bailed out. Shi Smith's a fun weapon. He's a gadget weapon. You guys are going to want him on your squad, and McVay is all offense right now, and he needs to be. Coming on the last picks of the draft, we should probably get a corner for the Washington football team, given the fact that they kind of need one. Jack Jones, we can look at him out of Arizona State. Redshirt senior, I'm not vibing with that idea. We could be looking at that way. Dude, Roger McCreary's on the board. We're 100% taking him, though. Of course, he's probably going to be a redshirt senior. Watch it. He's a junior, so he's young, too. Roger McCreary, I'm a huge fan of him. I have him probably ranked around, like, 135. You know, Roger McCreary, I don't know why he's being so disrespected. You guys have 2 corners on contract here. On contract. You guys don't have 2 corners on contract here. You have, like, 4. You have 2 starters left after Roger McCreary comes onto the squad. You'll have 3. So that's kind of a nice thing to have. Guys might want to actually have some corners on your roster. It's starting to become hard to speak. It's just the way that life's going to be. Chase Lucas is still here if we want to go for him. I mean, Minnesota, what do we do with you guys? We could use a slot weapon. Let's look at the guys who are on the board. Tutu Atwell would be a fun gadget weapon for the Vikings, but I mean, I gave him a mid to early 6th grade, if I'm not mistaken, just based on the fact that this dude fumbles 24/7 and can't get separation for shit. So with that said, I think there might be a team that might want to trade up. I want to see where the hell is the Steelers' next pick, man. I love trading up with the Steelers, but we can't do it anymore. Dude, they don't even have another pick for the entire. Gotta make sure that I don't end up backspacing out of this, guys. But I would love to have the Steelers trade up at the spot and be able to select a guy who I am very fond of in De'Ami Brown to replace Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, guys, this could be a trade where there's an actual player in. But, I mean, I'm telling you guys, Vikings fans, let's check out your picks. I want to see if the Steelers can even trade up with the Vikings. I mean, I've been doing this a lot. The Steelers never really trade up. But, I mean, they trade up for the right people, right? They can definitely trade up for the right people. Yes, it might not be the most realistic thing in the world. There you are, Vikings. But, I mean, I'm telling you, they have 3 6th and a 7th. Trade up, man. We could, trading 2 of the 6th. We can definitely look at trading a 6th and a 7th. So, it goes, I don't understand that logic. But, just checking if we can steal maybe a 7th round next year. I mean, the Steelers don't have many holes to fill, and they're in win now mode. They're going to be trading up, trying to get everything out of Ben. You already got some line pieces, or a piece of the line. Dude, this is where you need to trade up for De'Ami Brown. I'm going to be honest, it's kind of disgusting to me that De'Ami Brown is this disrespected. I have De'Ami Brown as a top 100 wide receiver, or top 100 pick in the draft. Like, dude, this guy is an absolute animal. He literally is Juju Smith-Schuster 2.0. And he's going to be a perfect fit. Steelers could save some money, maybe sign some more offensive linemen. You guys, like, might not like the fact that Steelers are being so aggressive, but screw you guys. Bottom line, screw you guys. Patriots, we're back with you guys. Last pick of this draft, of course, of this round, because we got a draft coming tomorrow as well. I mean, shoot, where do we go? We don't need. I was looking at all the wide receivers, like, what the hell is going on here? We're looking at the guys who are on the board. We could be going Chuba just to add some extra rotation to that running back core, just because it's a little too good to pass up. I mean, I don't hate too much on Chuba. Chuba's a good guy. Like, we don't need to disrespect Chuba here, which we already disrespecting him by him being here. We could be looking at Sedarius Hutchinson here just to, I mean, I don't think your line needs any help. I mean, you guys have the money to re-sign him. So with that being said, I mean, this is just a luxury pick. Chuba Hubbard's going to be going to the Patriots. We could be going cornerback as well, given the fact that, what's his name? Stephon Gilmore wants to probably be moved, but, I mean, that's the way it's going to roll, guys. That's the draft. Let me know what you guys think. Check out tomorrow for round 5, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.